Alright, welcome back ladies and gentlemen to the GSL Code A. I am Moletrap here on the secondary stream. Again, of course, if you happen to have tuned into this one and you want to watch both at once, remember you can watch both streams at once. You can just open up the settings on your GOM player and basically just set it to allow multiple instances or allow more than multiple GOM players, something along those lines. It's different in different versions. But you can watch both at once if you'd like, and that should be pretty cool. Right now we're about to start Squirtle versus Seal, and of course Tasia versus My Way, aka Hyun, is about to start on the other, or may have started already actually. I'm not sure exactly where they are on the other stream. Anyway, Squirtle versus Seal is going to be getting underway very soon here. I am really excited about this match actually. I'm really looking forward to it because Squirtle is, he's a veteran of the GSL. And we've seen him many times before. He's shown himself to be really genius sometimes, but occasionally, not as good as not top tier, I guess you could say. Seal, again, another up-and-comer. We're going to see what he has to show against Squirtle. It's going to be a true test of what Seal is capable of. Game number 1 is about to begin on Entombed Valley. Alright, and starting up here in the top right, named himself after Pokemon, it is none other than Startail Squirtle. He used to play a random and is now playing Protoss exclusively. And down here in the bottom right of the map is our Zerg player, the best Zerg, from what I've heard on the Team NS Hoso, it is Seal. And yeah, I was talking at the beginning of this broadcast about how this is a day of matchups, about how it's a day of players playing either their best or their worst matchup. And this, as I mentioned before, is a case of both players playing their best matchups. Seal has played extremely well versus Protosses lately. He has an 8-4 record. And Squirtle, wow, this guy has just been playing amazing versus Zergs lately. He's actually 16 wins. He has won 16 of his wins versus Zergs out of his last 18 games. His last 10, he's won all of them. He's just been playing ridiculously well against Zerg players, and here he comes in harassing with a probe. We did have a very fast pool here, actually, coming from Seal. Very fast pool. No gas either. It looked like just I guess that must have been a 14 pool or 13 or something like that. It was really quick. So we're going to see some really early pressure coming here. And Squirtle, he's going for a Forge expansion. He's put his pylon on the low ground, but he's actually going to try and make a blockade here at his ramp, I guess. It looks like he might have been planning on setting up a blockade here, so he can protect that whole area and set up his nexus over here. I'm not sure what he's going to go for. He may decide to change the way he sets up his wall, depending on due to the fact that this early pool has come out here, and he's actually put a pylon down to block this expansion, which is interesting. He's going to be forced to cancel it. He should cancel at least because he knows that Zerglings are going to be on the way. And just coming back down here. Is he going to cancel it? No, he leaves it there actually, and he says, "You know what? Maybe you were thinking you'd get away with just making drones. Now that I've seen the pool, but no, I'm going to make you make Zerglings." And 6 Zerglings, in fact, out on the map. He's going to kill that pylon very quickly. And what that also did was delay. I mean, it's kind of a double-edged sword. It delays the Zerglings from getting here, but it also, delayed the second cannon in the Nexus by 100 minerals. So, interesting choice there. And I guess that's another thing is he doesn't. I'm not sure why this probe is running around. Actually, I'm not sure what the point of that is. He may have been searching for other expansions around the map. Except, yeah, maybe that's what he was doing. Yeah, that's pretty prudent to actually go ahead and check there, because he had been stopping this expansion for a while, and so he wants to see if it's somewhere else instead. And now he's got his next up. He's going to start teching up and getting his gateway going. Anyway, so just to go back again, Squirtle's been playing extremely well against Zerg players, but he has not been playing top tier players. So, I mean, obviously he's playing really well. But if Seal is able to bring out some play that's better than the like of those that Squirtle has been playing, then he might be able to do something here and might be able to actually take a victory. Squirtle's been playing, let's see, he beat, double checking here, Yeah, he beat someone named Guhara, who I haven't heard of before. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong person. Looking at Seal's stats. Oh, that's right, Seal. So Seal, he's been playing against Protoss players like Core. Core's pretty decent, and he beat him. But he's also been playing against players that I haven't really heard of before, like Mook was the name of one of the players, and Venus is not very good, generally speaking. He did pretty well in the team league the other day. Anyway, so that's the kind of people that that Seal's been playing against. Squirtle, you know, he's been beating Zergs, but he's been beating Zergs like Lovesick and Neil and Czech, who are good, but not top tier. So again, this is going to be a true test to see, you know, which one of these players actually has a really good matchup in the really good, I guess, skill in this matchup, and who has just maybe gotten lucky with the opponents that they've been going up against. And we do see, you know, basically nothing too much going on thus far. This probe is still running around trying to scout what it can. Does scout that third base and knows that where the third is, and that is up. Didn't make anything past those 6 Zerglings, by the way. So we've seen Seal really just focus on his economy after that, and as a result, he's got 36 drones. He's got a better drone count than the probe count of Squirtle, despite the fact that Squirtle, as you can see, has been chrono boosting out probes, trying to really get some saturation. I mean, you know, getting an expansion up doesn't help if you don't get enough probes to actually make use of that expansion. So prudent of him to be going and chrono boosting out those probes. And look at this, an Overlord is flying in, trying to... This is the time when Squirtle will be either making a Stargate or making more gateways, and he's going to try and find out exactly what he is making, and he does see all 3 of those additional gateways going up there, bringing him to a total of 4. The robotics facility is up, and I don't know if he's seen that. The second Overlord coming in from the natural. Gonna try and spot that, but no, he says, I've been spotted, it's time to get out of here. He may be able to save this Overlord since those sentries are not going to do a ton of damage. But he did not scout the robotics facility, so he does not know that is there. The probe is still running around, doing a lot of scouting. It's going to put a pylon over here as well. Now some more Zerglings have been produced. He's knocked down these rocks, so we have a nice... And oh, he actually just knew exactly where to go. Oh, surprise, surprise. Overlord's right there, so seeding everything. Is he going to cancel that pylon? He should. I don't know why he didn't cancel that pylon. A little bit of a mistake by Squirtle. But the Warp Prism is out, and this is going to be completely unexpected by Seal. He has no idea this is coming. There are roaches in play now, but his Zerglings are in the middle of the map. Here comes that Warp Prism. Is he going to trap everything outside? He drops the sentries in the back there. Force fields go off to trap those drones so they cannot escape. He's actually going to target down the Queen and pick up those sentries. And is he going to go in the main? Is he going to force field the ramp? There's the Queen. He's going to drop out again. Force fields to block the Queen, and he's just targeting down these Queens, which is a really cute move, actually. Doesn't quite get that Queen. It might have been worth it to drop a sentry out to get one more hit, because it only took one shot, even from a sentry, to kill that Queen. Another Queen has come out, tries to target that down, but it's just going to force away the Warp Prism, which is only taken 3 hit points damage. The rest was all shields damage. Look at this. He scouted a lot of roaches, and he followed up with the production of multiple immortals. He's going to have 3 immortals out in a second, and that is going to be more than enough to stop the roach count that we saw. He actually didn't. Let me just double check here. He only made 7 roaches, so that's not too excessive or anything like that. He could theoretically change things up again and go for different units, but he is getting the roach speed and getting drops and the +1 weapons. So it looks like we are going to see roach drops basically going on for our Zerg player Seal. Squirtle has a ton of sentries and immortals. Just a beautiful little, I guess, core to the army that he has. And he can start producing stalkers now as well, you know, to give some more damage output and some more kind of general utility, I guess you could say. But +1 and drops and Overlord speed are about to finish all at the same time. He's got a lot of infestors producing as well, and wow, this is going to be pretty close. I'm sorry, that was not even dropped. Those are the 2 purple upgrades, and I mistook that. That's actually the pathogen glands. I should have realized that. And now he's got Zerglings coming from the back here. The infestors are not quite in the battle yet. Where are they? The roaches are doing a lot of damage, though. The immortals just stuck in this little pocket, doing so much damage to the roaches around them. He can't target them down with the force fields. keeping everything off. The Warp Prism is there to warp in units as well. Beautiful, and he actually cancels those Zealots and gets them out. Didn't want that. I'm sorry, my mouse keeps going off the screen there. A nice fungal on the remainder of those units. Keeps them in place. Another fungal. Beautiful fungals. He's got one more in the bank as well. The Spinecrawlers are burrowing into place next to this army as well, and it looks as if Squirtle's army is going to get pretty much slaughtered at this point. He does have some Zealots alive still, but I don't think they're going to be able to accomplish enough. And, are they going to be able to save the Immortals? Oh, picks up one Immortal. That was a cute move, but picked up the wrong Immortal, the one that was not imminently about to die. I'm sorry for mistaking the Pathogen Glands for the speed upgrade for the Overlords, by the way. You can see down here, it's very similar looking. They're both purple and sack looking, I guess. Anyway, yes, so we do have Seal pretty much in good shape here. He fought that off. He didn't take any economic damage, and so that puts him in a pretty good position. He's only got 56 drones, but he's producing some more and getting more infestors out as well. That could have been a really good timing if he'd gotten there a little bit sooner. Then the Pathogen Glands and the infestors would not have been out in time. So nice little attack by Squirtle, not doing the killing blow that he really wanted it to, but it was a really cool attack. Able to get a lot of Immortals, and I really like the way he kind of sat those Immortals in that little pocket. He just put force fields around them in a circle, and they just sat there, unable to be touched, firing at everything around them for a while. It was really nicely done. Really well played there. Here comes the Warp Prism again. He's got a single Immortal in it, though. I'm not sure how much good this is going to do. And spots that creep, knows that he will be spotted, and decides to just get out of there. And Zerglebeats coming in the front are going to be pushed back by that wall. And yeah, it looks like he's got a little gap in the wall here for you just to squeeze through. A beautiful little front door set up by Squirtle. Now he's going to try and set up a secondary door, I guess, or wall perhaps, over here on the left side of his base, and get a third base going, which means we're probably going to see, I think he's aware of this, so Seals, we're probably going to see him think about getting a fourth before too long. And just as I was in the middle of that sentence, fourth base coming up over here at the left side. And guess what? Colossus are on the way, but a dozen Mutalisks are about to pop out, ladies and gentlemen. +1 is on the way for those Mutas as well. We are going to see Mutalisk play in this Zerg versus Protoss. Blink is already on the way, though, so he's already kind of on top of that. And, yeah, I'm not sure if he actually saw that Spire. No, he didn't see the Spire, so just wanted to get Blink just because it's a really good thing to have. And here comes those Mutalisks, completely unexpected, coming into the back here. Squirtle's army is not in position to defend it. He's going to lose some probes, and those Mutalisks can just run up into the main as well. He's going to probably just lose those Stalkers, actually. They kind of warped into their deaths. More Stalkers being warped in. He needs to get those Mutas out of there. No, he chooses to fight instead a little bit, and this is kind of strange. He's going to get out. He's actually not going to take too much damage on those Mutas, but now he's drawn the entire army back in there. He could attack this third, and Zerglebeats coming to the front as well. Beautiful control by Seal here. Of course, we did see a fifth base try and go up, thwarted by a group of Zealots that warped in down here, but nicely done, is able to just dance around and just use these ridges. The fact that, you know, he doesn't have Blink, he can't Blink from here to here, and defend that third. He would have to go all the way around. So beautiful play there. And now you can see actually he's kind of camping his army here, where he can kind of get up into the main or the third or the second as quickly as possible. That Warp Prism, oh, everything's gonna die inside of it. Those poor Zealots. Poor Zealots were not able to get out, unfortunately, and they died mid-air. They're gonna drop down into this chasm here. Anyway, fourth base is up over here. It's not mining yet, but he is transferring drones over to it, getting some defenses going as well. So it looks like we do see a major supply advantage for our Zerg player Seal, and now he's going to come in here and just again try and keep the Protoss off guard by continuing the harassment with these Mutalisks as much as possible. And here he comes in. He's clumping up his Mutas to try and get as many get as strong of a volley off as possible, just dancing around there. And yeah, I don't know what, I mean, Squirtle has these Stalkers there, but you can't really do, you have to wait for the Zerg to make a mistake with their Mutas in order to kill the Mutas with Stalkers. You can't really kill the Mutas, you have to actually just kind of fend them off, basically, until you can get enough of them, and then you can still risk the Zerg backdooring. So Mutas are just so strong. Now, I'm There we go. There's the Stargate tech, and we're seeing the Templar tech as well. Olbet thought Zergling's coming in for a nice attack. He actually puts down the force fields a little bit too late. The Colossus roasting all of the Zerglings, but it didn't even matter. The Mutalisks were just targeting down some important units, getting that Immortal, and he just lost Zerglings alone. And as we can see there, he's maxed out, or was maxed out, and he's got a lot of money in the bank, so he can just reproduce those Zerglings very quickly. Lots of spine crawlers going up in the middle of the map. That is actually kind of crazy. He's got a huge wall of spines here in case the Protoss tries to counterattack. Basically, if they go into a base trade situation, the Mutas will rampage everything, and this wall of spine crawlers, along with some ground units, reinforcements, will be able to hold off the Protoss army long enough for the Zerg to counter majorly with his Mutas. So I give the definite advantage to Seal here. He is just playing beautifully, and he got this base up and going as well, or up and running, I should say. He's got a 5th base here as well, and Squirtle, I don't know what he can do to get a 4th base. Ooh, this is interesting. A fleet beacon going down now for Squirtle. And, you know, I've been hearing a lot more about mothership play in PvZ. Maybe we're going to see a mothership. Are we going to see it? There we go. Mothership being produced and chrono boosted over here at the main Nexus. And the Seal is going to have to deal with that later, but for now he can just get his economy going, start saving up money, and just flying around, just basically keeping Squirtle in his base. I do like the Templar idea here, but he's not getting Storm. Okay, there, just as I was about to say that, he starts getting the Storm upgrade, so that is another good thing to have, because again, that is something that if the Zerg makes a little bit of a mistake with their Mutas, and you have Blink Stalkers, then is he gonna lose the Templar? He targets down the Templar. He gets an Archon Morph barely in time. That was really good reaction there by Squirtle, but doesn't have any Templar now. He was saving those Templar. He was like, all right, I'm gonna make some Templar, and I'm gonna let him just save up energy. Oh no, he's going after the Templar Archives. The Zergling snuck into the front. The Templar Archives goes down. The fleet beacon is under attack as well. It is gonna go down. Oh man, a nice epic snipe of by Seal, just taking out such important tech buildings. He's blinking his Stalkers in here, but the Mutalisks have already done their damage. He loses a few Mutas, and he loses some other some Zerglings. But ladies and gentlemen, there are a dozen Broodlords morphing in the middle of the map, almost a dozen there. Some Corruptors as well, and if you can keep those last Mutas alive, never mind, they're gonna die. But anyway, if you have a little bit of air support to support your Broodlords, then they can be almost unstoppable. He's going to need to build some more. As you can see, he's building more Corruptors here. And he saw that, he did see with those Mutas, he saw that Mothership pop out, I believe. Or actually, I'm not sure. But either way, he knows the Mothership is coming. He may have seen the main Nexus working away at it, and therefore that may have been how he knew actually. Actually, that's probably how he knew that was coming on. So he knows he needs some anti-air. Morphed just a half a dozen Overseers as well, so he's going to have some detection. He's not just going to have one Overseer that can just be picked off by Blink Stalkers, making yet more Broodlords, and he still has these Infestors with full energy as well. He has a beautiful army to deal with what the Protoss is sending his way, and just a single Colossus is going to get picked off very quickly by the amount of Corruptors that he has. Let's actually double check. He has only 4 Corruptors actually on the map. He's just continuing to turn them into Broodlords. He's not actually saving them to kill off the kill off the air units such as the Mothership. Where did the Mothership go? Lost track of the Mothership. There it is, over here, protecting this up and coming base. And that's basically all Squirtle can do right now. He knows that he's at a disadvantage. He just wants to play defensively, hold back, try and get that 4th going, and then he will at least have something near an economy. But it's just going to be so tough. I mean, look at this. Seal getting up extra bases on the left side of the map, because what else is he going to do? He's got a ton of money. He might as well spend it morphing yet more Broodlords. He's got 18 Broodlords. He's going to have 21 Broodlords. That is disgusting. And you know what could do something about that? Maybe some anti-air units, but if he tries to blink on those Broodlords, the Stalkers will just die, especially because they'll get fungled as well. The Infestors, if he hangs them back intelligently and just uses them to defend those Broodlords, they're going to be absolutely epic. He does have some Templar back in position. He has some Storms available. He rebuilt that and got that going, which is just, exactly what he needs. Probe going around picking off Changelings. That's kind of cute. Another Changeling over here. He just must have made mass Changelings. I mean, what else are you going to do when you have, what is this, 12 Overseers He really just does not want to have his overseers get picked off and by stalkers so that he can't see this army. He's going to be able to just even throw a couple overseers in there so he can see the units in the back. Squirtle is just stuck in his base, though. He's kind of running around here. Look at these random changelings getting killed off. A few are getting in there. He sees the mothership's position. Very important. Anyway, yeah. This is just a disgusting army. Look at that. Look at that. That is a ton of Broodlords. 21 in total. He's got Infestors to boot. He's slowly pushing out with Spine Crawlers. He's got, what is this? 18 Spine Crawlers as well. The Queens have joined the battle up in the front of the fray. Where are they going, actually? He's just sending some units over here to... Okay, he's just sending some of his Spine Crawlers over here to protect this so he can't just be hit with a Warp Prism dropping units in the back or something like that. This is just absolutely ridiculous. There's an observer here to kind of spot where this army is. Squirtle is trying to take this top left base to his credit. I guess we're seeing him build up. He's just getting all the upgrades now. They're all both getting all the upgrades. Level 1 shields is going on since he's already got 3-2 on his units, 3 attack and 2 armor on the ground units there. He's gotten a couple more, got another Colossus in there as well. And let's see, he has a total of 11 Templars. So actually Squirtle, you know, he knew he couldn't push out, so he just turtled with that 4th base and got another ridiculous army. We're gonna have 2 absolutely ridiculous armies clashing here at some point. The map has been split, but right now the advantage goes to our Zerg player, Seal. A couple Zealots being thrown in. He's just basically sacrificing these Zealots so he can get better units out of it, is what he's doing right now. Yeah, see, making some Stalkers since those are going to be a little bit more valuable. Meantime, Seal, look at, oh my god, look at the Broodlings. That is ridiculous. So many Broodlings. Clearing out those rocks so we can try and take this base as well. We're getting +2 Flyer Carapace is about to finish. I believe he has +2 Flyer attacks. Nope. Yes, +2 Flyer attacks as well. And just a disgusting amount of Spine Crawlers in the middle. And again, he can just kind of, he's just going to push this forward. Oh my god, even more Spine Crawlers. What is happening here? This is ridiculous. And we're seeing 4 Stargates go up. I don't know where they are. I'm going to try and find those Stargates. Where are the Stargates? 4 Stargates being built for Squirtle somewhere. There they are on the back of his 3rd base. But this is just the slow and steady creeping forward. He's creeping forward with the creep tumors. And I love this, putting the addition of the Spore Crawler in there just so he has, you know, something to stop observers from getting in here and seeing what's going on. Slow and steady pushing forward. But what can counter this army? What can counter this army? Air. I mean, he didn't save the Corruptors. He has... Well, he has a lot of Infestors, actually. I don't know what can stop this army. I don't know what can stop that many Broodlords with Infestors to back them up. This is just gonna... I mean, he's gonna have to hope for some sick, just epic storms or something. But look at this. He's just slowly moving forward. 20 Creep Tumors at a time. Oh my god, the mass Creep Tumor... I'm sorry, Spine Crawler is just pushing forward. He's almost into the 3rd... the 4th base, rather, of Squirtle. He's going to push in here with a couple of Colossus. They do have the Thermal Lance, so they can actually outrange those Spine Crawlers. He's going to take out a couple, but he just has to move in with the Broodlords and stop that from happening. Oh, this is going to be insane! Oh my god, if you know someone that likes StarCraft that is not watching this right now, you need to tell them to tune in immediately, because the best battle, the best PvZ battle of probably the entire season is about to happen. This is insane. Did you see those Broodlings? They actually didn't know where to go from it. He's trying to poke these cannons down a little bit with the Broodlords. Spine Crawlers, I mean, just look at the minimap right now. A huge, huge wall of Spine Crawlers. I'm actually going to see if I can count all of them. This is just disgusting. He's got 2 pages of Spine Crawlers here. A total of, let's see, what is that, 24, 32. Hold that thought. The Broodlords are doing another poking. He's actually trying to transfer some probes, but they all get slaughtered by the Broodlords. He does have a lot of Templar here. It's going to be down to the wire here. Squirtle has to do something very quickly. They've both built up a lot of money. There are Void Rays in production, though. Every unit he loses is being replaced by a Void Ray. He's got another Fleet Beacon going as well. I don't know if we're going to see carriers or if he wants to replace the mothership after it Well, actually, I'm not sure if it's going to die because I don't think Infestors can take down motherships. Does he have Neural Parasite, actually? That is an interesting thing to know. He does. So he might even try and snag that mothership with a Neural Parasite at some point during the next battle. The Broodlord's again doing some poking here, and everything that dies being replaced by a Void Ray. More gateways going up as well. He's got another Nexus morphing up here in the top left. Seal is taking every base on the map, and he has sacrificed so many drones actually for Spine Crawlers. He's actually down to, well, I mind, he's actually 55 drones still, so he's still good on that. Level 2 weapons for the air units being produced, and the Graviton Catapult is being researched. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the carrier upgrade. He is going to build carriers as well once he loses a little bit more supply. Actually, he has the supply to build a carrier if he wants to right now. Void Rays have been, 8 Void Rays have been produced, and actually, oh, did he see those Stargates? Did he see those Stargates? He did see them with these Overlords, so he actually knows that the possibility of an air switch is something that's palpable. And again, just losing a couple Spine Crawlers, he just produced more Spore Crawlers over here. Whoops, sorry about that. I have to change the mouse scroll speed on here. It keeps throwing me off a little bit. That's what's happening, I realize. I hit the edge of the screen. Sorry about that. Anyway, Broodlord's just standing behind these Spine Crawlers, just poking in. The Void Ray is coming in here. Cloaked Void Ray trying to do some damage, but the spores have been produced in amongst these Spine Crawlers. This is gonna get crazy before too long. Both players, I guess, waiting for all their upgrades to finish or something. We have seen the units that Seal has been losing. He's replaced those with Corruptors, so now he's going to have some anti-air as well, and the carriers are on the way. Broodlord's poking in here, trying to get some damage done, just picking off units, and this is just crazy. Again, Seal is just doing whatever he wants. He's not even mining at this base right now. He's barely mining at enemy's bases because right now he's just got such an amount of money in the bank. 8,000 minerals, 7,000 gas in the bank. He is, he snagged the mothership. He vortexes the army. He's moving in. Is he gonna fungal growth everything? Is he gonna fungal growth? Oh, the mothership goes down. What's gonna pop out everything? Oh, actually, he was able to blink back away a lot of his army. Never mind, but still, he's moved in. He's used that opportunity to move into position. Massive infested Terrans going down all the way across the map. Storms going down on everything. All of the infestors have been feedbacked as well, but there's broodlings everywhere. The supply is dropping rapidly for the Protoss, and our Zerg players just instantly remax. He's barely lost anything. All of this, the Templar have gone to the side. I don't know why they're not trying to do some storms here, probably because they just die instantly. Our Zerg players pushing in here. The massive, epic, unbeatable Protoss army has been pushed back all the way, and he just cannot produce things fast enough. There's 6 carriers in production, but GG comes from Squirtle. Wow, and Seal, just with an amazing epic performance, just gets the best army ever and just pushes forward. And there was just nothing Squirtle could do. He just kept pushing forward with those Spine Crawlers over and over again, and Squirtle just had nowhere to go. He couldn't push against that Spine Crawler wall. There was nothing he could do with just the units he had. And just, you know, I think maybe the air switch might have been something he needed to do earlier because he just didn't have those carriers and Void Rays out in time. He was trying to produce them, but they produced too slow, whereas the Zerg could just instantly remax things. And again, the Zerg just didn't lose almost anything at all. So Seal, just with beautiful, beautiful play. You know, he had that in the game, in the bag, and just pushed forward there. And man, even stealing the mothership to use the vortexes against the Protoss in order to force Squirtle back into his base. Absolutely ridiculous game. Wow. That was amazing. So Seal, even though he has less experience, is actually going to go up 1-0 over Squirtle. And game number 2 is going to be on Belshire Beach. It's going to get started here in just a minute. And wow, Squirtle just got completely owned there. Seal playing beautifully. Game number 2 is about to begin, and I cannot wait to see what happens. Squirtle versus Seal, about to get underway. Game number 2.